back to this channel. And on today's episode, I'm going to be your host. Hey people, welcome back to this channel. I know I have not been consistent. I know I am always apologizing for this inconsistency. But in the name of Jesus, inconsistency dies with 2021. So I have here with me my friend today. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. So
okay, hi people, nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me here on your channel.
So today we prepared some questions that we're going to ask each other on this episode. It is going to be very relaxing, entertaining, exciting. So you want to stick around, you don't want to go anywhere. So we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, guys. Let's go right into the question. I know you must have noticed that I'm looking in one direction, and that's where the questions are. So I'm going to be asking her just questions. So number one, where did we meet?
Right in the space during my girlfriend's wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, which who is still her friend. So we got meeting and that was how we met. So we met here, like in the space.
Let me just see, right? How we met. I'm just going to I'm going to summarize it, okay? We met here, like she said. It was through we have a mutual friend. She had a wedding some weeks ago, so we met through her. But it kind of ended there, like, oh, my friend meets my friend's friend,
Yeah.
But something happened afterwards. I had to reach out to her because we exchanged contacts and all of that. So I later saw on her WhatsApp status that she has a YouTube channel, and this is me. Earlier this year, I posted my YouTube channel, and I think I've posted just 2 videos ever. It's not because I didn't want to post. It's not because I don't have what to say, but challenges.
So basically, what we actually put on our status are really very important.
True, right?
You never can tell who you're ministering to.
I just saw the YouTube click on the link, so I clicked on the link and I saw it was a YouTube video, and the truth was I was carried away. I watched it like, I'm like, and somewhere there lately I've been having this. I have to do something about not being consistent on my YouTube. I have to do something about it. I just needed a push, help me, pull my hand, let's do this together and all of that. So I reached out to her like, can you help me with this? I really want to do this. And you know what? She opened all her arms and like, and she welcomed me like, what do you need? Let's do. Thank you once again.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so that's for me. That's my answer to how and where did we meet. Okay. So the second question is, what was the attraction? Okay. I think I have said my attraction. Number one, okay, I've not mentioned it. Number one is that I heard testimony about her that she loves the Lord so much. I'm like, really?
It's from? Are you kidding me? Like,
I'm like, really? She loves the Lord so much. And then I'm seeing her doing YouTube. Really? We can be a thing, let's hook up. That was the attraction for me, basically. Wow. So what was there any attraction?
Of course there was. Basically, when I saw her message, like, it takes a lot of confidence. It takes a lot of wanting to do something for you to just chat up someone that has to do with your own personal stuff that you really want to do, because most persons basically don't think, I beg Gary, let me not disturb myself, I can look for any other way. Who is this one said that saying she's a YouTuber? How you do that? Other people could have a kind of a thing attached to not reaching out. It could be, definitely it couldn't be surrounded to YouTube. Could be anything, you don't know something, and you want someone to put you through and all of that. So when I saw that message, I was like, wow, okay. And please, I'm also a growing YouTuber, so I'm not there yet. But we wish I reached there.
I noticed that, but I know that it takes a lot of. And
yeah,
one of the attraction for me is that you're just growing, and you're still consistent. You know, some people will be like, I have just few subscribers, why am I doing this anymore? But you have been posting regardless, you have been recording, you have been like, how many videos do you have on your channel?
I have basically 11 thereabouts.
When did you start?
That was last year.
You're better than me.
Right.
You're better than me.
But
so I just feel
it can be tasking. Like
for you not to have given up
yeah,
this whole time, it's a big deal.
yeah,
It's a big deal. So I commend you for that. And I pray that
God.
for me, somebody else will message like something consistent. Like it will be one of my strongest testimonies in 2022 that you have been consistent.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a lot to talk to you about. I have
Because
a whole lot.
it really goes beyond just having a YouTube channel. Like,
Yeah.
like guys, to be very honest, it's beyond YouTube. It's beyond, like, I've heard her story. I've had, a behind the scene conversation. And I see she has a lot of stuff and that God is leading her to do. And that was a thing for me. That was really a thing for me. And I know this is not just YouTubing because everybody's YouTubing. It's huge, it's a ministry. It's deep, and that's one thing that gave me, it gave me the love. It just gave me love her more. Gave me because when someone comes from a particular angle, that hits that deepest part of you, you know that it has come to last. It's a ministry. It's a ministry.
Another question. There is this topic that is kind of controversial. Everybody likes to talk about. Some people don't like to talk about it. Some people just want to escape the question. They want to escape that topic. And it has to do with relationship, marriage, and all of these things. We're not young people, although we look young.
We're not old either.
Yes, right. But this is the point of our lives where anybody's coming around you, they just by default think that you're in a relationship or you're married or you're engaged. And when they realize you're not in any of
not in any of the category.
what's the problem? Right? What's the problem? So I want to ask you this question. Maybe not for me because I don't think I want to talk about this area of my life. But I want to ask you, how have you dealt with knowing that I'm not even aware if you're in a relationship or not? Sorry, let me start with are you in a relationship?
Oh, well, I can boldly say for now, no. Because anything that is not serious is not a relationship. Anything that is not leading anywhere cannot be considered as a relationship.
So how do you know it's not leading anywhere?
Yeah, you cannot be serious. No, basically, something that is not serious. As if it's not serious, it's not heading anywhere, so it can.
So why are you even in not serious kind of entanglement? I call it entanglement because if it's not serious, why are you in it in the first place?
No, basically you can just be friends with people, and the fact that someone is not ready to push, a relationship to the next level, and it shows that either the person is not ready, or you're just there as being friends.
I can relate.
So
this whole year marital pressure.
Okay, basically I would say before now I used to have this phobia for marriage. I don't know where it came from.
Interesting.
Yes, because when you hear that your life is tied around whoever you get married to, so you need to take your time. So that has always been a phobia for me. I've come to terms with the fact that our life is not, first of all, our life is not fully surrounded by being married. There's a lot of things you can do as a single person with your life to now want to put your whole existence in getting married. No, I'm not to say marriage is not good. I'm not to say I am not talking about it. It's sweet.
It's great.
It's sweet and it's
I
good.
want to be married.
Marriage
is
like
great.
It's sweet and it's good. So, but then it's not, I really have not had pressure from home, okay? Because my mom, if there's one thing she always would pray, is that God will do what He will do at the right time. She's not of the go and marry now or no come. But then the pressure sometimes can be from my end, okay? I'm like, oh, I guess I need to settle down now. But then I'm actually erasing that pressure from my end because I'm trying to enjoy my single life. I'm trying to do a lot of things I think I should do or I should do. Then at the end of the day, if I don't do nothing, like I tell you, we cannot do all of it.
The truth is, when it comes to this marriage, marital pressure, and all of that, I feel that if you are not pressured yourself, nobody can pressure you. Exactly. If you are not pressured from the inside,
from within,
no other pressure can affect you. For me, I said I don't want to talk about it. Maybe you have another video, maybe. But for now, I don't want to talk about it. So that leads us to the next question. What was your greatest lesson in 2021?
Oh my God. Greatest lesson. Like, 2021 was one of my challenging years. 2021 taught me that certain things might not happen your way. Like, you cannot have everything. Everything can basically not happen the way you expect it to happen. And when it doesn't, you should also be aware that irrespective of how life plays out, God is still in the process. Like you cannot erase Him from your life journey. Like it's like having a huge plan. You've already, plan, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want, and all of a sudden it's like everything just crumbles. Like everything is just you're trying to pull, nothing is coming together. Okay? 2021 actually taught me that even when you get to that position where things do not really turn out the way they should turn out, that doesn't mean you should give up. And one important lesson I also learned 2021 is evidently I've been hearing about fear.
Okay.
That whenever you want to do something and you don't have peace, don't do it. I'm sorry to say, from my personal experience, I've actually done some stuff outside fear, and it was God actually walking me through it. It was actually something I should have done. But the fact that I was doubting is the possibility because of what I was weighing.
Well, peace, fear. When you fear something, does that mean you don't have peace?
Well, basically, fear and peace. Fear is the absence of peace. I was scared of doing something. I was scared of making a decision in terms of job-wise, actually. If changing my job, going to something else. And at that particular point, I was feeling the tension of leaving, not knowing what the other end would be.
Fear of the unknown.
Exactly. So there was a fear of the unknown. So I was like, should I take this or should I just remain where I am? Because oftentimes, like they say, leave your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes the comfort zone is okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the comfort zone is actually teaching you a lot of stuff. Patience, a lot of stuff that you wouldn't do. Okay? But at that season of my life, I actually needed to move. But moving,
you needed to.
I needed
did you
to
know? Since you were learning, since the whole lot of things came with the former place.
Yeah.
The former place.
Yeah.
So, how did you know you were supposed to move?
Okay, beautiful. Now the thing is, I've come to realize that whenever you want to do something you feel, you hold on to one reason, okay? One logical, it might really not be logical, okay? But hold on to a reason.
The truth is, the fact that you are taking that risk, even though at the end of the day it might not even if it doesn't turn out well, the fact that you have taken the risk has made you a better person.
Exactly.
Because when you didn't take the risk, you were just who you were. But taking the risk has added to your portfolio in a way. If you agree with that,
Exactly.
do you agree? I agree. Like, do you agree?
Of course I do.
You that has taken that risk has given you confidence that, oh, if I could do this and it didn't turn out well and I'm still here today, it means if I take another one, what if it turns out well?
Exactly.
Just take risks, but be careful the kind of risk you take.
Yeah.
For me, I take risks knowing that not outside the will of God. Is it agreeing to God's word?
Exactly.
Hope is not going to bring shame to God.
Exactly.
Then go for it. Go for it.
So even if you're fearful, okay, oftentimes that's actually a go for you to actually take that decision. As far as it does not go outside the will of God, as far as it does not go outside God's will, there might be fear.
Yeah.
You might not be sure. You might not even see the whole step.
Yeah.
But keep moving and keep doing what you have to do. Even if it doesn't turn out fine, keep moving.
Keep moving. For me, 2021 has taught me a number of lessons, but I'm going to summarize it. For me, 2021 taught me, entering into 2021, I had a lot of God do this. I didn't have too many, but I had like a number of them, less than 7 anyway. God, this year I want this, I want this, I want that. For me, for people around me and all. And then the major one that I felt, okay, that's for people. This one is my own. God, do for me. Do for me. And then January passed, February, April, May, June, something was happening. I'm like, this year is good. But I know how to bakamu. Sorry. I was just going to apologize in case you don't understand that. Bakamu means very far from that. It means accept your fate. Basically, I know how to accept my fate. That okay, if God is faithful anyway, He's faithful. If He's not doing it yet, He will
surely do it.
He makes everything beautiful in His time. So, like, once I pray, let me just pray for somebody else. My own one day. But the truth is, everything on my request is for 2021. I would not say that because in the physical, one was there and it's still there and it feels, I'm not going to mention, but I know God is doing something about it. But basically, what 2021 has taught me, I've known from time, right? But it's like confirmation that no matter how long it takes, like I put all my eggs in one basket, like, if God does not do it, because there's a particular thing that I really wanted, and the truth is, if God is not going to do it, I could have used another means because other means sprouted, but I was adamant, I was stubborn about it. If it's not God, I don't want it. And the good part of it is that I was not even tempted at those other means. The truth, I didn't even, like, maybe I should. No way. Like, if it's not God, if it's not going to give glory to God, if I cannot say boldly, because I'll be deceiving myself. Never too late. Once your trust is in God, that is so paramount. You cannot say that, I have other means, I have alternatives, I need to get this. And, your trust is in God. Like, God is trustworthy 100%. I have put this statement on my WhatsApp status countless times, where I keep realizing it, like, more like God keeps confirming it, that I am trustworthy, because not by theory, not because it's in the Bible, it's just my experience. Many times I have put my trust in God on stuff, and I have not for once been stranded. That's the truth. God is so trustworthy. You need something, you want God to do it for you. God is a very jealous God. Put all your eggs in one basket, which is God. Trust the Lord with all your heart, with all your mind. He is trustworthy 100%. Request that I didn't want to talk about is that I've had it not just for last year, it has been in my request for 2-3 years now. I want to be married. I thought you said you want to talk about it. Yeah, well, I just need to say it. I am not married.
Okay.
I am not married.
Are you campaigning for
husband.
Are you?
No. I'm just trying to let people know that I am not married yet, but I am still happy and God is still faithful. What made you start YouTube? Why are you on YouTube? Is it just many people are on YouTube these days? What gives you that push to keep going, to keep recording and putting it out there? What was the push? I bet people say that YouTube pays money. Is it the money? What was the push actually?
Okay, basically, the money is there. Money was also
That's
the
number
motivation,
one.
but that's not the number one. Basically, like when I started my YouTube channel, funny enough, I also did not know I could actually make. I've heard it, but I don't know the possibility of it being done. Like who will pay me? Who knows me? I'll come and pay me money for a copy. So basically, my idea when I started YouTube was because I'm a French teacher, and how I learned this French is. It's a video I will post on my channel very soon. So I came from the part of, the way Nigerian school, you finish writing exam. You say you want to study something in Nigerian university. Nigeria will come and give you what is in your father's house. They'll come and change your career for you. So basically, I actually wanted to go into law, and then I miraculously bumped into French. So it was like a real big time journey for me. Yeah. So basically, I really wanted an avenue where I could also motivate people who are actually there, who probably should be going through these challenges and they basically do not know where to start from. And that was also one of the motivations for me. And basically, I also wanted to teach on the channel beginner French. Actually make people know that this thing is doable. I had a burden in me. There was a burden to switch the channel from just tutoring into something else, something through a journey. So it was now no longer centered on me. It was now basically centered on my journey and the challenges I faced, the trials, the wins, and the backlash and everything.
Where you have been, the truth is somebody else is coming to be there.
Exactly.
And somehow, since you have gone through, been there, you've done that, there's no point somebody else just coming and just not finding their way through it. So you just help them. Amazing. I don't think I have the right to be sharing why I am on YouTube yet because I have not been consistent. So I'm
but you have to share.
No.
Why?
Let me try. No, I'm giving myself that permission. Maybe later on, then I can now decide to share why I am on YouTube. But I feel I don't even have to share. You will get to find out. Maybe you should get to find out. If I do my own work well, you will get to find out. What are you grateful for?
Just like. Oh God!
Don't mind me.
I'm grateful for a whole lot of stuff. Like being alive, basically, one thing.
Sorry, let me cut you short on that because I know there might be many people like me. I'm no longer that way. I'm no longer like that. But before, when you say that I'm even alive, even when you're going through stuff, you're thinking about your life, I just feel God, like I don't want to exist again. Let me just die. I'm go and rest. And somebody will say you should be grateful for life. I say, what's the life doing? Am I not suffering with the life? We have to be grateful for life because when there is life, there is hope. Have the right to undermine anybody's experience because to that person it is exclusive and it is a big deal. So we can't downplay on anybody's experience that your own is small, mine is big.
I actually liked what she said because recently, I don't know, people tend to, I don't know if it's a boast. They tend to post that your suffering is bigger than your suffering.
For what?
I don't know where that is coming from.
What?
Like I tell you,
my suffering is the most.
Like I closed late from work today. Like I closed around 8 and someone like, you close around 8. You're enjoying me. I closed around 11. It's like saying your whole suffering is still learning. Like and I'm like, I've never been in this part of my life where I don't even know where God is leading. Yeah. And like I said earlier on this video, like I said, when you're trying to put everything together, you're trying to build your own plan and how to bring everything and everything just keeps coming. Like we will have a finished end. And the finished end is of hope. What an expected
glory. You know what? For me, my last birthday, that was April 21, 2021. You grateful? And the sincere answer to that question was, and it's still that, of hope. I don't know how I came about saying gift of hope. There is hope and there's gift. But the gift of hope, sometimes I sit and I look at where, I don't know how, but I look at where God is taking me to, where God is bringing me from, and I'm like excited, like I envy me, because where I am going in this life, like I know how, like I peep into the beautiful space, the beautiful place where God is taking me, and I'm like, God, thank you of the hope inside of me. Christ in me, the hope of glory. Glory to Jesus. Glory. So basically that's what I'm doing. I'm going for many other things. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for seeing this video till this point. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's interact, okay? Let me know what I'm not doing right. If you have any suggestions for me how I can be more consistent, please feel free to drop it for me in the comment section below. Please also subscribe to my friend's YouTube channel. What's your YouTube?
The Journey with Rita.
The Journey with, please say with your mouth.
The Journey with Rita Wadiale.
Hey Wadiale. Once you type The Journey with Rita, I'm sure it will complete it for you.
Okay, that's it. That's be a Wadiale. I'm proud.
Wadiale. What I'm saying is
not pronounce the name. Just say The Journey with Rita.
The Journey with Rita Wadiale. NDLA.